Investing in yourself is the most important thing you can do. That's why my bum is full of pound coins. Are you worried about the uncertain and unstable future? Because I f***ing am. We have economic instability, geopolitical tensions, public health crises, climate change, or the supposed climate change, social and political polarization. What else? Witches, maybe, I don't know. Migration issues, crime, not just the lovely kind of crime. You know, like Jean Valjean, who stole a loaf of bread to feed his sister and her kid, and subsequently has a whole musical written for him. Oh, I salute you, 24601. And that is, in a way, the equivalent of someone stealing cat food because they've run out of money, right? I'll never let you go hungry. Never again. I'm talking about the bad crime, the naughty crime, the naughtiest of crimes. What else? Health concerns, the changes in the nature of our work, what with the rise of artificial insemination, intelligence, the rise of artificial intelligence. Wait, is that correct? Wait, is that correct? Artificial intelligence?
Yes, idiot.
All right. I don't know about you, but technological advancements is speeding up so fast, I sometimes feel left behind. Like my computer often asks me to prove it that I'm not a robot. Just because I can click on a photo of a ladder or a traffic light doesn't prove anything. I've seen what today's robots can do, so maybe I am a robot. I don't know, but I don't think my computer should be giving me an existential crisis.
Why do you exist?
Shut up! So, AI is soon to dominate, bio-augmentation, brain-machine interfacing, quantum computing, robot sex dolls. Oh no, not the robot sex dolls! No! Oh no, get off me with your big computer titties! That's not a data port! Buffering. I'm buffering. Oh, and by the way, ladies, if you find this kind of crude, then please go to your bedroom and go to where your dildo is and throw it out. Because if your dildo vibrates, that's essentially a robot without a face. That's weirder. At least I have sex with things that have faces. What else is terrifying? Nanomaterials, gene editing, zombies. I could go on. The future isn't just coming, it's here, now. What time is it? It's the future, knocking on your door. Can we come in? No, off. So if you are worried about the present and our future, you might actually enjoy some of the wisdom that will come out of this mouth because, well, maybe, but I think I've got some insights. I think so. I think so. This mouth has some things to say. So buckle up, surfers of the unknown. It's time to ride the waves of chaos, baby. Why would anyone listen to what I have to say? I'm not an expert in anything. In fact, I surprise myself on almost a daily basis with the stupid things that I do. I recently undercooked rice, but I still ate it all crunchy because I was too hungry to care. I have gone under zero in my bank account twice this year, and I'm about to go into it a third time. And I recently licked molten candle wax just to see how it felt. And you know what? Don't do that. Mainly because of the taste, not the burn. The burn is nice. So I'm not exactly the zenith of perfection, but there are certain elements to my character which I believe are an advantage for the unpredictability and the unknowable tomorrow, which I hope can be of use to you, and hopefully it resonates. So I was born in France, but I had a nomadic childhood, so I lived in many different places. My first language was Flemish, which is a variant of Dutch, and then French, and then English. So I'm what's called a third culture individual. I'm made up of all sorts of different bits, lots of different spices. Ooh. And every time we moved around, I was the weird kid, you know, the other, the intruder. Banish him from the city walls. So yeah, I got bullied a lot. But the advantage is I learned how to quickly adapt to my environment, blend in, camouflage among the humans. In my late teens, I ended up kind of homeless, but after selling my body to medical science, I made enough money to move to London to study theatre! Yes! I became an egomaniac, so hungry for success, that I pretty much bulldozed my way through people. I think I was a bit of an asshole. I don't know, I can't exactly remember, but I think I was. If I was, and you're watching this video, make sure you subscribe. But of course, also, I'm sorry. And what else happened? I moved to Los Angeles, lived there for 8 years, had such a wild ride over there that I actually had to sign a piece of paper after leaving the psychiatric hospital saying that I'm not allowed to buy guns in the state of California. Like even Americans took one look at me and went, no, he is not allowed to buy weapons. Oh, what? Please? And one day I woke up with amnesia. Which means I lost all my memories. Who I was, who my friends were, my family, all my loved ones, the concept of time, the concept of gravity, well, you get the idea. I had to relearn everything. I had to learn how to be human again. Beep, bop, boop, beep, boop. And turns out I learned quite a lot from crawling out of the abyss. And now I'm here making this video and this channel so that maybe the lessons that I gained the hard way can help you not make the same mistakes. Maybe. And if you think you'll get some enjoyment out of my videos, be it genuine, interesting education that will help you in life, or just silly entertainment so that you can laugh at this fool who can't seem to get things right, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's good to have something big to aim for in life, a way to guide you through your day-to-day, through the chaos, like a compass. But something big, not just for yourself, but for other people, with other people. Yes, but what could you do? What should you do? It has been said that the only thing necessary for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. So, okay, yeah, I won't do nothing. I'll do something. But what? What needs my attention, my particular brand of attention? Well, I don't know, there's all the death that keeps happening. Yeah, but we need death, because that regenerates life. It's like we need winter so spring can arrive, and then summer, Yeah, but I'm talking about the genocides, the mass killings, the random stabbings, the school shootings, the drive-bys, the drone strikes, guns, knives, acid attacks, nuclear bombs, and all these war crimes, the rape, the torture, the slavery, the human trafficking, the ethnic cleansing, the compulsory displacement, the forced famines, the corruption, the economic exploitation, the religious persecution, police brutality, medical experiments, yeah, euthanasia, sure. Although, is that a bad one or a good one? I don't know. Damn it! Why are complex issues sometimes morally ambiguous? There's political polarization, misinformation, disinformation, artificial intelligence, deforestation, yes, industrial emission, ozone depletion, ocean acidification, overfishing, coral reef bleaching, glacier melting, polar bear dying, flood warning, hurricane intensifying, earth drying, sandstorm warning, pesticide raining, food crop not growing. Help the old, help the young, help the people in the middle, will ya? How about that? They need help too. Donate to the disabled, donate to the veterans, donate to the mentally unwell, donate to the homeless and the cats and the dogs and the endangered species. And how about that tree? That tree's being cut down. Someone do something about that tree. And the roof needs fixing, and well, sorry, I can't help you because I have no money, because the cost of living is in crisis. And what about the space debris? You haven't spoken about the space debris. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that needed my attention. Well, it was people like you that make me sick! Pretending like you don't know space debris is a huge problem? Sorry! I'll add it to the list. Apparently, the only thing necessary for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. So, yes, I'll do something. I just don't know what needs my attention. The one thing you will always have with you is you. You can lose everything, but you will always be with you. Investing in yourself is the most important thing you can do. And sometimes that can seem difficult. Believe me, I would know. I'm with me all the time. But once you become your own best friend, and dare I say lover, the internal collaboration elevates you to the next level. I don't know if you've ever heard of the analogy of the elephant and the rider. So the rider is our rational side and chooses where you want to go, and the elephant is our emotional side, and sometimes our emotions don't want to go where we would like to logically go. And so you have to find a balance. You have to allow your light and dark side to play with one another and communicate, and therefore better form decisions for the whole. And asking yourself questions. I often write journals, and I keep asking myself questions until I get to a deeper rooted issue, so that I can discover nuggets that I didn't know were hidden in my mind to better form a path ahead. Burglars can break into your house and steal your television. thieves can have you at knife point and steal your wallet. Criminals can steal your car. Hackers can siphon the money from your bank account. And the government can do all of the above. I mean, they shouldn't, but they can. Like, if you think you're safe from them, I think that's good. But it's wise to also keep an eye out for changing tides. All it takes is for one leader to go, I'm going to go that way, and suddenly there's a knock on your door and they're taking everything, including you, including your body. They strip you from your clothing and suddenly you're in a cell, and all you have left is your naked body. But you have your brain, and you have your mind, and you have your heart, and you have your soul and your spirit, and that's what's important. That's what you've got to take care of, that, because that's something you'll always have with you. You know, and things can change. Obviously, you can hurt yourself, and your body might transform in different things, and there's age and all of that. But what's inside of you is much harder to steal. Not impossible. I've seen the movie Inception. So upgrade yourself with great books. Learn a new instrument. If you can play an instrument, you're using both sides of the hemisphere of your brain. That's really good. Have a conversation with yourself. Ask questions. Speak out loud. There's a difference between thinking about something and actually just letting yourself speak aloud. Write things and do so with the less dominant hand. That can also be good for your brain. Challenge yourself by speaking to people that you agree with and you disagree with. Approach a stranger and try to make them laugh. Or at least make them smile. For no other reason than just that. You say something beautiful and you walk away. Practice taking deep breaths when feeling stressed, so you remain in control of your emotions and therefore your words and your actions. Exercise regularly, eat well, be kind, be patient. Not just with others, but with yourself. And patience is not inaction. That's something you've got to remember that. Sometimes being patient allows your internal world to become stronger. Investing in yourself is the most important thing you can do. That's why my bum is full of pound coins. Ever heard of the phrase, a jack of all trades is a master of none? It suggests that a person should apply themselves to gain expertise by focusing on one thing rather than dabble in many skills. But did you know that's not the end of the phrase? A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Right? I'll repeat that. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. But oftentimes better than a master of one. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life because there are so many different ways for preparing for the future. I can only share with you my way of doing things. And as Odin once said, wise Odin, a wise king never seeks out war, but he must always be ready for it. Don't expect the worst. But if it was to knock on your door suddenly, how ready are you for it? And I don't mean materially. I mean emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. How ready are you for a potential apocalyptic scenario? Like, what skills do you have? I think you should hope for the best. And I also think you should prepare for the best. But it would be naive to not think that the doomsday clock doesn't count down for us all. It would be smart to pay attention to a rainy day, because rainy days come over the horizon fast, and sometimes money will not save you from drowning. The way I'm going to prepare is by continuing to build a career in cinema, collaborate with like-minded creatives, because not only is it fun to make stories, but it's feeds us, it inspires us, it heals us. It makes us laugh, cry, think, feel, evolve. And that's what my channel's about. Preparing for the unknowable future through the lens of a storyteller. Specifically highlighting my career in cinema and theatre, but also relationships with people, relationships with loved ones, with money, my desire to upgrade my skills, my knowledge, improve and maintain my mental and physical health. The life I have with my pets, the love of art that I have, eventually buy a house and then get good at DIY and just basically a little bit of everything. And, you know, a healthy exploration in the end of times, you know, because why not? It's hot. As Sun Tzu once said in The Art of War, in war, prepare for peace. In peace, prepare for war. If you think this channel is for you, then make sure you like this video and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comment section below, are you worried about the future? And why? And what are you going to do about it? Making a public, what's the word I'm looking for? Statement. Making a public statement actually helps engage yourself in the momentum of wanting to get better in whatever skill or knowledge that you want to acquire. So I'd love to know what you're up to. And let me leave you with something that's worth keeping in mind. Something in my eye. A line from Shakespeare's play, All's Well That Ends Well. Love all, trust a few, do harm to none.
What an idiot. It's actually, love all, trust a few, do wrong to none.
Thank you. See you in the next video. It's still hot, but it's so good.